Hi everyone, welcome to a new makeup video. Today we are focusing on the colour pink. If you couldn't tell already, we have a very pink monochromatic pink kind of look going on. If you're wondering why my skin looks orange, I had a slight foundation mishap in that I tried a new foundation in this video that I thought was going to be the right shade, and it was not, and now I am orange. So this look would have looked better if my skin had been the correct colour, which is much paler and less orange than the situation we have right now. But I still had fun doing this look. Still had fun playing with all this makeup and being bold with the colour pink, because sometimes I think the pink kind of shade is often done with very sort of cute muted looks. It's like you don't often, I don't know, sometimes I feel like we don't use pink in like a bold way. So I was trying to be a bit more bold with my pink today, rather than just go down my usual everyday neutral pinky kind of look. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just do the video. I already have my skincare on, so I'm gonna start with a little SPF. It's not particularly sunny today, sadly, so nothing too intense. I'm just going to go with an SPF 20. This is from the Body Shop. And keeping with my pink theme of today, thought I would use a slightly pink glowy base. I mean, it looks white. It looks white. It's slightly pink. I have a new foundation to try. This is the Everyday Great Skin from Beauty Pie. I haven't tried this yet. This is what it looks like. Obviously, I ordered this online, so I don't know if the shade is going to be the right colour, but we will find out. I have a massive sponge because all of my smaller sponges need washing. I think it's going to be slightly dark. I ordered quite a light shade. I didn't order the lightest shade, but I think I ordered the next one up. And it is definitely way too dark. Oh my god. I thought this was going to be light, guys. Like, look in the bottle. Doesn't that look lighter? Okay, maybe it doesn't. I thought this was going to be light. I thought this was going to be like my shade. I'm going to have to get... Jesus Christ. That is orange on me. I'm going to have to buy another shade of this. This is the problem with online, particularly when you're using a brand that you're just not familiar with, because I've never really used Beauty Pie foundation before, so I don't know what shade I am. But this is not going to be good. We'll use a really thin layer. Maybe when I have a tan this will be okay. But oh my god, I mean, I do tend to struggle with getting pale enough foundation, I will say that. Like, it is hard for me to get foundation the right colour. But I thought, like, they have like a little match system, online match system, where you put in what your shade is and a different foundation, and it tells you what shade to buy. So I was hoping that would work, but clearly it didn't work so well. If you're wondering why I am so surprised by this foundation shade, here is a picture of the foundation colour that I put into the online matching system on Beauty Pie. This is a Clinique foundation, and that one's on the left, and the one on the right is the Beauty Pie one that I ordered based on their matching service. You can see they are pretty damn different. I will say I do like the consistency of this foundation though. It's very liquidy. I like that. I like when a foundation is not too heavy. It's got a high amount of pigment in it, but it's got a liquidy formula. I find that kind of thing is quite good for lots of different skin types, because if you're oily, it's not got a really heavy base that's gonna make you kind of all caked up and make you break out or make it break up during the day. And if you've got dry skin, you can put all your skincare on underneath and then just add the pigment. But it's way too orange, oh my goodness. I thought that was going to be slightly more full coverage than it was. So I'm going to need to get a concealer just for some blemishes. This is from the Saem. This is the Cover Perfection Tip Concealer. And this lighter one is the Secret Key Miracle Fit Essence Concealer. I'm not really trying to contour my nose. I'm just trying to mix the concealers together so that I've got something approaching a colour that matches this very orange foundation. I'm going to do cream blush before I move on to my under eye area. So I have the Cover FX Enhancer Drops in Blossom. I'm also going to use the Glossier Cloud Paint in Puff. I'm going to mix these two together on the back of my hand. and create an all over glowy blushy look rather than having blush and highlight in two kind of more distinct areas. I'm gonna just put this all over. So there we have the two shades on the back of my hand. I do put quite a lot of blush on my forehead. I realise that might be a little bit strange, but if you watch my other videos, you'll notice that I do that quite a bit. And I just really like the way it gives you sort of a more healthy sun-kissed glow to have some pink. I am going to add some bronzer on the forehead and tone down the pink a little bit, but having a little bit of a pink tone there as well as just the more orangey browny bronzery tone makes the sort of sun-kissed look a little bit more natural. That's quite a light pink, so I'm going to add a little bit more blush. This time I'm going to use the Gosh Lumi Drops here. This is shade 008 Rose Blush, there for a bit of extra pink. We are all blushed up. Now, the under eye concealers I picked out may look a little bit light in comparison to this foundation, but we shall see. This is the Age Perfect Radiant Concealer from L'Oreal, little doe foot applicator. I also have to try a concealer from Beauty Pie. This is the colour of it. This is shade 75, and I think it matches well with the foundation. If I have a foundation on that's actually the right shade for me though, this concealer might be a little bit dark. It's covering nicely though, and it's not too dry or too creamy, which is good. I'm going to try a little bit around the nose as well, just so that I can see how this concealer holds up on a slightly more oily area of the face. Okay, I'm going to quickly powder, then we're going to add a little bit of bronzer and contour, and then we shall move on to our lovely pink eye look. This is the Innisfree No Sebum Moisture Powder. I'm not going to set my whole face because I do want to maintain the luminosity of the blush. So I'm just focusing on the under eyes, areas down the centre of my face where I get a little bit more oily with this loose powder. Around the forehead area and just this part of the cheek, I'm going to add a little bit of a pressed powder. This is from Kiko. It is the Radiant Fusion Powder. And this is just going to allow me to blend the contour and bronzer onto these areas a bit more. But again, I'm not going to put it where I've put this blush and highlight. Moving on to bronzer, I'm going to use this one from Gosh. Gosh is carried at Superdrug, if you don't know where to find it, if you're not familiar with the brand. They make great lipsticks. Just the tiniest bit here, because I'm already looking very warm, right, because this foundation was the wrong shade. So I'm just going to add the smallest amount of bronzer. That will do because I'm already orange. Really need to get that foundation in a different colour. And then a little contour powder. This is from Peri Pera, and this is the Ink V shading in shade number 1 Almond Brown. This is a really nice contour palette if you're a pale person. Obviously I'm less pale than I was because of this foundation, so this may now not show up very well, but it is, when I am looking my usual colour, a very nice contour powder. So I'm going to use this same little brush. I'm going to dip into the darkest shade here just because the foundation was too dark, so I'm going to need something a little bit darker. It's gone really cloudy outside. I apologise if the light has changed or if it's got slightly dark or weird. It's really cloudy today. I'm going to wax some brows on, I think, next, and then we're going to move on to our eye look. Okay, brows are on. I used the Etude House Drawing Brow in Black Brown, this one here, and the Glossier Clear Boy Brow. Now, our eye look, we can finally do our eye look. I'm going to start, where did I put it? I've lost it. I'm going to start with a cream eyeshadow stick from Kiko Milano. This is the Long Lasting Eyeshadow Stick. Here we go. The shade is 36. And I'm going to start just by applying this all over the lid. I'm going to just pat this out a little bit with my fingers, blend it up to the crease and brow bone. Now I'm going to go in with another Kiko eyeshadow. This is the High Pigment Wet and Dry Eyeshadow shade 62. I'm going to take a fluffy tapered brush to blend this into the crease. I broke this and I tried to fix it and then it basically immediately broke again. So I have to be very careful with it. Another Kiko eyeshadow, so basically a Kiko dominated eye look. This is the wet and dry one that looks like this sort of watery looking one. This is the shade 219. I'm going to take my finger and apply this to the inner and centre part of the eye. And you can see this is a pink gold shift. I'm going to go back to my crayon stick that I started with and a bit more of this on the outer corner. For the lower lash line, I have this Etude House Tear eyeliner. It looks white, but it's actually like a pink shift. And I'm going to do like little dots on my lower lash line. That might be a little difficult for you to see. It's quite subtle. It's like a little sparkly pink along the under lash line. For the upper lashes, I'm going to use my old favourite combination, Kiko Maximard followed by L'Oreal Lash Paradise. You can see how the silicone wand of the Maximard really separates out the lashes. And then the Waterproof Lash Paradise on top obviously makes things waterproof, but this also adds volume. It has a more traditional bristle type of brush. To make the eyes look a lot brighter, I'm going to line with a white liner. This is from BH Cosmetics. I don't think I've used this before. It's just a plain white eye pencil. And my new Holy Grail lower lash mascara. This is the Hamish Smudge Stop, and this is great for the lower lash line. Like, it does not transfer at all. Boom, and mascara is on, lower lashes are dry. I'm no longer at risk of transferring it. I have to sit like this, like try not to get my lower lash mascara on my under eyes while it's still wet. But now I think it's dry and we are all good to move on to lips. So I've got two liners I'm going to use. This is Gosh Antique Rose, and I also have this one. Have I ever used this? This is from Sleek. This is the Ooh La La, or Oh La La actually, liner in Venom. The Gosh liner is one of my absolute favourites. Oh, my lips are a bit dry. I need to exfoliate them with scrub. I've been a bit disorganised since I moved house. I don't think I've really got my lip scrub out at all. So I'm just blending the darker liner into the lighter one. I'm going to take a little bit more of the light one. There we go. And for lipstick, I have two. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use. This is the No. 7 Moisture Drench in Rose Mist. And this is also No. 7, but this is the Stay Perfect range, and this is Classic Rose. I think we're going to go for the Stay Perfect Classic Rose. And I think we are just about done. So there we have it. It would have looked better had my skin not been orange. But anyway, I'm still happy with the way it looks. It's like the slightly purplish, cool toned pink look. Got a little gold thrown in there. The cheeks have like a very pinky duochrome shift from the Blossom Cover FX drops. And it was just a bit of fun. I kind of like the monochromatic theme. You could put like a nude if you wanted to be less crazy with the eyes and put like a nude in the waterline. That would probably be better, to be honest. Or you could deepen it up with a black or a brown. You could add a wing. You could do lots of stuff. I had fun. That's all. That's the main thing, right? I had fun doing it. I'm gonna try and get a new shade of this because Okay, I'm done. I hope you're having a good week and that you are happy and healthy and managing okay in this crazy time. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.